Previously on Two Past Midnight.
As Emmett sees the sunrise, this is the day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. We got miles to get under our boots. Let's get moving.
As you're coming in to your southeast, you can actually make out where the gas station is. So you start taking a good look at it, and as you're looking around across the highway from it, you pick up some movement in the tree line.
I pointed out to them and see that tree line?
What are our options here?
I mean, you got eyes on them, so we can just move up to where you can get a shot on them.
You guys want to get rolling on this?
More than anything.
Thought you were canceling.
We're all canceled. Canceled us all.
Yeah, Kyle's terrified
Probably.
because we made mention of character longevities.
But where we left off, if you guys remember, was Chris and Brian were flanking around to get into position to try to ambush the ambushers, to make the ambushers the ambushees. And Merrick and LT were back at about 360 meters away. And I think LT was acting as the spotter and Merrick's the one with the rifle, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I actually made the map larger and adjusted it a little bit, so you guys are actually now at 360 meters, which was the distance it was supposed to be. It wasn't that far off before.
And this episode will be called The Gas Station at the Double Ambush.
Gaslighting gas station.
It will be called Fill It Up with Premium.
Point, counterpoint.
It will be called You're a Quart Low.
I don't know. We'll see what happens for what it's called.
Dipstick.
You guys want to move over to that map? You guys want to move over there?
I guess.
Yes, I'm stuck in this voice now. I apologize.
As long as that voice doesn't eat fucking pickles, I'll be fine.
I'll be right back. I've got pickles to get.
Or at least mutes his mic when he does it. That'd be great, too.
To be fair, sometimes I get confused and legitimately unmute the mic to take a bite.
I know. I've seen it. Good times. Good times. It's going to be one of those nights.
Oh, yeah, someone's dying.
Oh, stop it. You foreshadowed so much to me.
It's your time, Bruce.
I'm a nervous eater. Where's my broccoli?
Didn't we leave off on a roll to see if we got...
We did. We left off on a roll without the opposed result being revealed.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys were going to sneak around and try to flank around from the north and come down through the trees in some fashion. And I didn't tell you guys what I rolled. Brian got 2 successes, if I remember correctly, because he got a 10 and a 3, which was like the absolute best he could possibly get after pushing it, because he pushed it and got a 3 the second time as well. I listened to it just today to make sure I had everything right.
I concur. I don't know.
So what are you guys thinking of this? I mean, because I think it's interesting because it's like, here's the tank, right? We have, like, if this was going to open up, like, an episode like this, it would open on the tank with the Longhorns, right? Like, this thing that's just been out there forever, and you guys had heard about, like, forever ago from Major Winkler was the first one who pointed out the thing about the tank with Longhorns on it. He was the one that... well, I guess Kim had, like, the tank crew had shown up prior to that, but he had seen it going down and, like, across, like, when he met everybody else at the bridge.
Right. As far as this group, is concerned, yeah, Winkler is the one who gave us the first, like, hey, heading the other way from where I came.
Yeah, I saw a tank with longhorns on it. Actually, now that I think about it, the original thing with the longhorns came from Harrison, I think was one that pointed out, because he was in 2nd Armored Division. He was one that pointed out the thing about the longhorns. But, yeah. So we would see the tank there, longhorns, and Emmett and Murph moving across the open as stealthily as they can, hoping not to get seen. And where were you guys going to move to? Where was your location that you're headed to?
I think it was just across the road, like, and then to the edge of the brush, like in this area.
Well, move to where you're going. Like, incrementally. Like, to where you're going to the tree line, where you're coming out of the tree line, where you're going to the other tree line. Right?
Am I good there, Adam, or do I need to go one down?
I mean, that's wherever you want to go. That's
well,
up
I
to
meant,
you.
see how the trees are kind of like...
That's foliage where you are right now.
Right, but what I'm saying is, do I have shot... Stupid arrow. Here.
Well, here's the thing. Where you're moving now, at this point, it would be a different recon roll because you're closer. The range is a little bit closer. You don't get the bonus that you had before for the further range, so Brian's going to have to roll another recon roll here, but modified by the terrain.
You're wearing camouflage. You're wearing camouflage. You're wearing camouflage.
Yep. So that's a +1 for the camouflage. It is you're in foliage right now, Brian. That's a +2 on that roll. So +3 total. And then the distance, I think you get another +1.
So +4?
Yeah.
That's an A.
Because of the terrain.
That's
Before you were in open, that's why it was all... It was,
right, but
wasn't
that's a recon roll?
Mm-hmm.
That's an A and an A.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever rolled this high on a recon roll.
I probably should have made you guys roll for the road, but I'm going to assume you crossed the road where they couldn't see you. So
8 and a 4.
So 1 success?
Yes.
Do you want to push that roll?
Yeah, if I can.
Because this is the actual setting the ambush at this point.
Right.
This is like moving into the ambush. So
Yes.
if you get this, you guys get the first 4 cards in the initiative order.
9.
All right, so
8 and a 9, 2 successes.
All right.
That's as much as I could get with an A and an A. Ugh.
Well, the most you could get would be 4
I
successes.
know. I'm just saying, like, I know what the most I could get is. I can't push.
My question, Adam, on the placement of my token was, am I cool there and still being able to, like, shoot there, shoot there?
The only one you wouldn't be able to see is still the guy in the middle, which is what I told you before, because he's blocked by...
I got you, but you see the way the trees are on the map? I was wondering if you were going to
That's
make me
fine.
go
Yeah,
to there.
it takes more hexes to block than 1. The foliage blocks with 1. The trees block with, like, 3.
Just making
you're
sure.
fine. Yep. But also, they're all in foliage, so you're going to get a -3, if I remember correctly, on the range. Nope. -2 on the range attacks against them, even if you're ambushing them. So
I don't remember what the bonus is for having a spotter. Is it only a +1?
+1.
Okay.
It's going to be a +1. But that means he has to use a slow action to act as a spotter, basically.
Gotcha.
Because that's just him assisting. It's like being an A gunner for the...
For sure.
Yeah, same thing. All right, I'm going to roll their recon. All right, so tell me what it looks like. You guys trying to move up into position to ambush these guys. Chris.
So we're moving slowly and stealthily through the foliage, trying to find, like, I'm like, okay, let's come up here, good spot, make sure we got good line of sight, don't let them see this, keep some foliage between us. Okay, we're good. Doing the crouch walk, crab walk, however you want to call it. I'm like, and the first thing that I was debating in my head, but that I want to say is, after I take my first shot, don't open up because they may not know where the shot comes from.
Brian, I'm going to tell you, if you're there, the guy to the straight south, you can't see. Because of the blocking terrain directly in front of you. I'm just warning you ahead of time.
Yes, I was not worried. I was not moving
Okay.
in that position. I was moving to, have the best shot at the two to the north.
And as we get into position, I start setting up my shooting position, right? Lay down, get myself a little platform with whatever foliage tree, like branches. So I've got good steady firing position.
I mean, really, just being prone gives you the same bonus, but
I'm doing
and
this
it would be less
for-
rustling around. I know, but I'm just saying, like, you're just less rustling around. Brian, how are you setting up?
I mean, you would see Emmett coming in with, as they cross the road, he would drop down into probably more of a belly crawl with the, he would have staged his pack back with the one staying a bit further out. And he would have just had the M60s, Psalms across his arms as he's kind of creeping up to get into position, and then setting up on the bipod.
And it doesn't seem like they noticed you guys.
No way.
We see you guys there, and we would zoom out and see those four guys sitting in there looking towards the gas station. You guys over there in the tree line to the north, them to the east of the road, you guys to the north of the gas station. Merrick and LT 360 meters away to the northwest from the gas station. And just the tank sitting there. What do you guys want to do?
And we're a hex away, so I guess before we kind of move to each of our positions, I'm like, again, don't fire until they know where it's coming from. The more we can eliminate before we start exchanging, the better. So Murph's gonna observe these two through the scope, shifting back and forth just to see what they're doing, get a good look at them. What are they wearing?
I mean, they're in civilian clothes. The two to the north. Actually, Kyle, roll me a d8 for me.
And carrying, what are their weapons?
I rolled a 1.
All right. So the two to the north, you notice that, they're in civilian clothes. They both have hunting rifles, lever action rifles, essentially. The one to the middle, you can't see. And so you don't know. But you knew he was there, but you can't see them. And then the one to the south, same thing, lever action hunting rifle. And they're the one to the far north is kind of crouched down and hanging out in the foliage, not quite staring straight ahead at the gas station, kind of taking a minute to sip on the canteen. The one that's a little bit south from that one, about 10 meters away, is actually watching the gas station, and the one to the straight south is kind of looking up the road, to the north, and going back and forth, looking up the road, looking down the road, looking up the road, looking down the road, just kind of keeping an eye out on the road. So you would think that that's the outpost, they're kind of keeping an eye out.
That's his field of
seeing what's going
responsibility
and
is
coming.
the north.
Well, the north and the south, because he can see both directions on the road
I gotcha.
from where he is. So he's just basically the LPOP. But that's what you see. And then that fourth one is back on the other side of that other foliage, and you can't see them from there, from where you are, because they're behind the other foliage.
And you said it's going to be a -3, right?
-2 for the foliage, and then whatever other range stuff. And they're prone. All of them are prone, so effectively prone. So that'd be another -1. So -3.
Okay. Murph is watching, waiting. Okay. Takes a deep breath. Slow aim.
Mm-hmm. Which one? Who are you aiming at? Which one are you
The
shooting?
north of the two.
Okay. The one to the far north?
Yep, this guy.
Okay. Yep.
I'm not going to do a called shot. I'm going to aim center mass. So I'm getting +2 for the slow aim, so it's going to be a -1 total.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to exhale, hold it, and squeeze the trigger. 7 and an 8.
All right, so 2 successes. Roll me hit location. I mean, it probably doesn't matter at this point, but...
1.
All right, yeah. So headshot, bap, or no, leg shot, but kills him. Actually, I forgot one's the other direction. So yeah, you shoot him in the legs, starts bleeding out, and that one's a crit on that one. Roll me a regular unmodified recon roll. You still get your infiltrator thing,
Okay.
but I just mean by terrain and whatnot.
Yep. Oof. 6 and a 4. I can't push that either, right?
Nope. You can push the 4. Actually, you can push the 4.
8.
All right, so 2 successes. Here we go. Do they see y'all?
And can I, just for narrative purposes, after he fires the first shot, immediately shifts to the one next to him to the south?
Right, gotcha. I got 2 successes. I got a 6 and an 8.
That's what I got.
So yep. So they spot you guys. Who wants to go next? You guys still have 1 through 4, like the first 4 initiatives in this. So it's up to you guys on who goes next.
Emmett will take next then.
All right.
So as soon as he drops him, Emmett would have.
That goes against what we talked about.
They
spotted us.
But you don't know that.
You see him start pointing the rifles in
okay,
your direction.
okay.
So Emmett
If we
would.
want to be overly specific about the narrative.
Then we just go into Overwatch at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
And Emmett had the one just south.
All right.
He will, open up with the M60 on him. That is the M60 second range increment. Because the M60
-3.
is only
For
8. So
and -3 for range or for prone and terrain.
so -4.
4.
-4. I got what do I have? I have machine gunner +1 for heavy weapons, and then the slow aim +1, so -2.
No, you don't get a bonus for slow aim. You're not doing a scope.
I don't.
The slow aim just doesn't give you a normal aim. A normal like Overwatch aim just gives you not a negative.
Okay.
The only time you get a bonus for it is if you have a scope.
If you
doing
have the
sniper
scope
aim.
on it, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And shooter doesn't get anything for prone, do they?
What? Yeah, it's a -1 on the shot. Yes. Oh, you mean for him shooting?
Yeah, from prone.
Okay, I
No.
couldn't remember. I
No,
thought
only
it
with
was
the
a negative
scope.
for the target. But
The
yeah.
scope. Okay, if you're standing with a scope, you get a +1 for your slow aim. If you're doing the sniper aim. If you're laying down and doing a fast aim with your fast action, then you would get not fat, but anyway, it's a flat with a fast aim,
-1. Okay,
basically.
gotcha.
Quick shot, which is where you just shoot with your fast act or with your slow action. You just shoot without aiming, which is what I was doing in the last combat. You get a -2 or a -1 depending on what kind of weapon you're using.
All right, so A and an A becomes a B and a C.
Well, it's -3 for terrain and him prone, and -1 for range, +1, so -3 total. So yeah, whatever that is.
B and a
I don't
C.
know where you're at.
I'm an A and an A on
So
heavy weapons,
Proceed.
so B and a C. That is a 6 and a 1 success. I didn't fire any bullet die, so
all right. Roll. What was the damage on the M60? 3, 4.
60 is damage 3, crit 4. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that one takes 3 points of damage. it's mostly irrelevant where they got hit at. Who's next? Which one of you?
I'm going to switch to the guy to the far... Oh, wait. Which one?
You're not the next one.
Sorry, 1 through 4, those two. Never mind.
Yeah. And actually, your whole turn was the shooting thing anyway. So that's... I mean, I guess you could use your fast action to put a normal Overwatch, but you wouldn't have the sniper aim on him yet because you already used your slow action to shoot.
I got you.
Yeah. Brian. Who's after Brian?
Novak. Well, I guess Bruce.
Bruce and then you. Yeah.
So Bruce is doing scouting. Or not scouting, but spotting, which gives me a +1. And Novak is going to hold Overwatch slow aim on the man to the middle because he still doesn't... He's going to wait till he makes an aggressive action or gets up to move to make an aggressive action.
He turned his gun at our people.
He can't see
everyone
him.
else started turning their guns to them. You could see them, right? And you could see him, right?
Yeah. The guy to the south that Emmett and Murph can't see.
Right.
So
Yeah, you can see him.
Yeah, and I'm holding Overwatch on him. I'm not firing until I know what he's gonna do.
Okay. All right.
Because
cool.
I'm not gonna. Because that's not what Merrick's gonna do.
Right. All right, let me shuffle these around. Oh, I got to roll coolness under fire for these guys. See what happens. For the one that got hit but didn't. Oh, no, success. Okay, so he's prone already, so he's just prone. All right, here we go. First one. This guy that's the one that's number 1, which is the one to the far south. So that one is going to... Fuck, man. That's a long distance for him. He's gonna take a shot up at... He can't see Emmett, so he's gonna shoot at Murph, because that's where he saw the shots come from. That's a C and a C to start with. You're in foliage, so -3. The range on that is definitely at least like a -2 as a quick estimate on it. So -4 total. All right, so that's what I'm rolling. Here we go. Nothing. Obviously. And, oh, that one already went.
So Bruce is being the spotter, and he would see those guys open up, right? Because that's kind of where we were overwatching, was that bottom guy?
No, you were overwatching number 2. Number 1, all the way to the south that you can't see, is the one that shot.
Okay, sorry.
Number 3, which is the one that Emmett just shot at, is going to take a shot back at Emmett. So -2. What is the range on that? Because that's a little bit closer now. 130. Yeah, definitely the third range, actually. Yeah, he's also rolling at that. Yeah, this is not what they were set up for doing. Miss. And then number 2, Jeremy, the one you had Overwatch on. So the one that Emmett shot at, shot back, goes pow pow, misses. The one that all the way to the south shot at Murph, misses. The one to the middle that Jeremy has Overwatch on, you see that one like reach back and grab something and stand up, and you see an RPG 16 on his shoulder, aimed in the direction of Murph and Emmett.
Found out why I was confused. Did not realize there was a whole nother character at the south. I just thought it was three.
Yep.
Back on the same page now. But I would see the guy that we're on kind of moving around and saying something, and I would kind of, Merrick, what are we doing? We got to do something.
You see it too, though. You see him stand up and do that. Jeremy, you have Overwatch on him.
I do. As soon as Merrick sees the RPG, he's going to take a shot. Now, the range increment is a -2 because it's long range.
Is it?
It is. And he's standing now, right?
So not prone, but he is still in foliage, so another -2. So -4, but you get a +2 for your sniper aim.
+2 for sniper aim, +1 for Bruce. So that
-1.
That brings me down to a B and a B.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to throw 2 ammo dice onto it.
Ooh, nice. All right.
I got 1 success and a 2. I got a 6, a 2, a 4, and a 4. And I'm going to push it because this seems like the time to push it.
Wait, what were the successes on? Normal dice or bullet dice?
There was 1 success on a regular die.
Okay.
And I got another success on a regular die with an 8, and I got a 1 on a bullet die, so it takes 1 point of reliability. But I got 2 successes.
2 successes total? All right. And that was a Dragunov you got or the hunting rifle?
Dragunov.
All right. Dead. So that one stands up with the fucking RPG and boof, takes a shot.
Merrick goes,
drops.
pop, 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 pop. Pop.
That could have been bad.
Now we're at the top of the next round.
Bruce being the silent spotter that he had. You got him, he's down.
All right. So now we're going back to shuffle mode because I like this anyway. It's more fun. All right, Chris, you're up. You got the first card. What are you doing?
The guy that Emmett hit, I see that because that's the one that I shifted my attention to immediately.
Yep.
So I see him. How wounded does he seem? Like,
Some.
does he seem in the fight with his weapon, though?
Yeah.
So,
Not wounded enough.
yeah, I'm
He
gonna,
shot back at Emmett.
Yep. So I am going to take a shot at him.
All right. So normal fast aim.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a -2 for the terrain he's in. What's the range increment of yours? 100, right?
Yep. So it.
All right, so he's outside of that, so that's another -1, so -3, plus he's still prone, so -4. And you don't get sniper aim because you have to do a slow aim to. Yep.
So that makes it a C and a C.
That was for the listening audience.
Yep. 7 and a 2.
All right, and you're using a Dragunov also.
Yep.
So that's a 3 crit, if I remember correctly.
Yep. 3/3.
Right, auto crits, and hit location is going to be irrelevant. Other than for fun, dude drops. Bam. Well, it doesn't really drop. He's already dropped. He's prone. And, yep, that's what happens with that one.
Say it's aiming head, but kind of got shoulder area.
3. That's the one that just died. 1. That's the one that is all the way to the south. That one stands up and starts fucking running.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Checks
yeah.
out.
Yep. Here we go. Let me roll this. All right. And you guys can't see him anymore, technically. Jeremy could, actually. You're the only one that can technically see him, Jeremy.
Merrick's
Because
going
I
to
think you... Actually, do you have line of sight? Yeah, you probably do, actually. But you see him there. Heading south. Brian, you're up. You can't see him.
I mean, Emmett would just hold his position for now, make sure that all the other people are actually dead.
Kyle? You're up. Do you want to do anything? Jeremy.
We should let him go, LT. He's running away and no longer a threat.
You think he's gonna bring more people back?
I don't know, but I'm not the kind of man to shoot a man in the back.
He didn't look like tank brigade or nothing. He didn't look official. He looked like... He may look like you, so I don't know.
These are probably just men scavenging. There may be more of them, but I would not put too much weight into it.
All right.
Brian, what do you want to do?
Yeah, after a round of keeping an eye on those and not seeing any movement, Emmett would get up and start heading south towards the gas station.
Okay. Jeremy, you said you were letting him go.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, what are you doing?
getting up and running towards the tank, but going through foliage, then down the street.
Okay, so basically following Emmett. All right.
Yep.
Emmett, where are you moving? Chris, you're following behind. So it'd be fast action to stand up, slow action, or your other action to move to, unless you want to push it.
No, yeah, it'd just be, 2 out onto the road and then start heading down the. So it'd be there 1, 2, right? Yep, 2 to there, and then you get 2 per. Or,
Yep.
So
Well, yeah, but you had to stand up, which would be 1 action,
okay.
and then
so
move
then,
out
and
would be
then
1, 2.
1, 2. So that puts me on the road.
Right. Okay.
You can roll mobility for more, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ability is now a B and a C.
Mobility is modified by the terrain you're in. Chris, you are still in foliage, so if you're rolling your mobility now, it's a -2.
Do I take
No,
any negatives
sorry.
being on the road?
On the road, it's just flat.
Okay.
Actually, Chris, I was wrong. It's a -3 for your mobility. Here.
5 and a 4, so no.
Okay, so no successes. Do you want to push it?
Nah, it's not worth it at this
Okay.
point in time. I'm not actually trying to track anybody down, so.
All right, so that
Yep.
gives me a C and a D, and I'll only move 1 even with mobility, right?
No, you would move 2 hexes.
Oh, even in the
Normally.
terrain? Okay.
Yes, you would move 2 hexes, and that's 2 hexes from where you started. And then, if whatever you get on mobility, you get those number of hexes of successes.
Okay, I thought the train cut down the
No, it just modifies the roll.
6 and a 4. So
Okay,
1.
so you could go an extra hex. All right, so question, and just so that I don't have to keep doing this in initiative order, are you guys intending on chasing this dude down?
No.
No.
No, I was going to run to the remnants of the tank and use it as cover to put Overwatch down their street.
Okay, all right. Dropping prone's a free action, by the way. So what is your plan? So you're going to the tank to use it as cover. Brian, what are you doing?
Yeah, I would be heading to the gas station to kind of secure the area there before we send Goblin out to loot Goblin everything else.
Right. All right, so we're out of combat now. So you're going to go to the gas station. So you guys can go to the gas station and move into your position. That guy headed off and in another clump of trees that are south of the road a little ways, and just you lose sight of him. He's gone. And y'all can hit up the gas station now. You get up there, and like I said, there was that other car that was sitting there, like on the north side of the gas station, that was kind of parked there. And on the south side, you see the tank, and it's got the long horns on the front of it still. But you can tell that it's been detonated, like LT had said. Like, it looks like someone had blown it, or it got hit by something. But, like, you can see damage to it. It's just sitting there. It looks like it's been there for a while. It's starting to have that rusty color from the explosion, metal heated up, and then rained on, and that rust that it gets after a while. And that's kind of what you got.
Emmett would get up to the tank and start looking for bodies within the tank.
Okay. All right. So you're going to go up on top of it and go down to the...
Yes.
Okay.
Captain, I think we should clear this gas station before we get too involved in investigation. Well, I don't know if there might be anybody in there.
By the way, you guys wouldn't be there yet. They would get there much quicker than you. Just letting you know. If you were getting up and going.
You said we were out of initiative, so I
I know.
Jumped ahead.
Yeah. It'd probably take you guys a little bit to go the 360 meters.
Yeah,
compared with-
as soon as Emmett got there, he would immediately just move. I mean, this has been like the white whale for quite some time for Emmett, so he would immediately move to, are there bodies, dog tags, looking for any kind of sign, remnants.
All right, so you get up there. We see Merrick and LT moving towards it. Chris, you said you were going to go up and like post up at the tank and kind of like look up and down the road.
Yeah, kind of basically scan from the gas station just to make sure nobody comes running out of there.
Right.
And then south, right? Just basically trying to cover our while he's in the tank, I'm making sure that we're not going to get our shot in the ass.
Right. All right, so Emmett, so you're going up on top of the tank to go down the hatch, and you can see that the top of it's like halfway open, right? Like it's like kind of cracked open a little bit, like at a 45-degree angle. And so you go up there, you're going to open it up, and when you first look down, you don't see any bodies.
Yeah.
Like right there, but it looks like the interior has been fucking blasted, right?
Right.
So there's just like debris and like what's left of the seats that people would have been in on the right-hand side, where the tank commander, and the left-hand side where like the gunner sits, and you can see remnants of shit in there. But at the moment, you don't see any bodies, and you don't get that smell of like decaying corpses either. So, but roll me a recon roll if you would.
Recon roll, and this is flat.
Yep.
So that's C&C. 6 and a 4, 1 success.
What you do see is like as you're looking around, you're kind of scurrying, like you're about to go down to see, because you know that like further in there's the driver seat that's like at the lowest level all the way in the front. You can't quite see it from where you are, like you wouldn't be able to see somebody sitting there. And like for a second there's a glint of light hits a tripwire going across the inside of the tank. Good job, Emmett.
Oh my gosh.
Like if you were to start going down the ladder.
Oh, that was probably set up from these other buttholes after
Glad
the fact.
you didn't wait for me.
Murph, you're looking inside the gas station. You can see like damage on the outside of the gas station. You can see like where there's bullet holes, and like it looks like the machine guns had shot into this gas station, and it looks like there's been a firefight at this gas station, like inside, but you don't see anybody coming out of it.
He's scanning it, but his main concern is nobody coming out.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy, about this point, Novik and LT get up there. That's why I wanted you to wait, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if he was rushing to get there, I was like, you guys aren't there yet.
Yeah, we wouldn't have rushed. Novik wouldn't have rushed to get there anyways. He would have stayed on security until that guy was way long gone, and then he'd have come up.
When you guys come up, Murph just yells out, "Clear the building." Sorry. Clear the building.
On it. I'd switch to the Uzi and head on in.
Novak draws his pistol and heads into the building.
Roll me a recon roll.
Is this for sneaking or for finding shit?
Looking.
I'd be somebody who's good at it. I'm awful.
Yeah, that's not you. It'll be me.
And now that they're going in the building, Murph shifts his attention south.
Okay.
That's an 8 and a 2.
About 600 meters away, Murph, you see that guy. Like, still headed south. The one that ran out of here.
Is that even doable?
800 is the max end of your shot.
Only a soldier would ask if 600 meters is doable. Or an airman.
I am talking about in-game mechanics, my friend.
Yes. It's at the, like I said, it's at extreme range. So it's a -3 on the roll. Plus he's moving, so -1. That's a -4.
I'll take a shot.
I love it.
You probably even have time to do slow aim, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. As he's running.
It does. No, you can't. Because no.
Oh, because he's running. You can't do
Because he's
slow
moving.
aim.
Can't just like lead him.
Nope. But you can. But you don't get the +2 for it.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, so
I mean, I guess you could theoretically put it on the hex ahead of him. And yeah,
Let
no,
him
you
enter
can
the
actually,
hex?
as long as you know what hex he's going to. So this is how we're going to do this, just to keep it fair.
Oh.
Roll me a d6.
Awesome.
Roll me a d6, and if you roll anything other than a 1, I'm going to say you were able to lead him.
Okay. 2.
Why'd you roll twice?
Because it landed on top of the dice tray. Like this.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, you're able to lead him.
Quit cheating, Chris.
It wasn't a 1. It was actually a 5 that it landed on, but I didn't think it was fair because it bounced onto the edge.
I rolled
of the
again.
dice.
You have to admit, when I say roll a d6 and then
Yeah.
you roll twice, I'm going to question it.
I rolled a 6, and I didn't think it was fair, so I rolled again.
It legit, it landed like that.
I rolled a 1, but I really want to kill this guy, so I rolled again.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. Kudos for being honest. All right.
Okay. So
you're able to lead him. So you get that +2 to negate. So now you're just a -2.
all right, which is a B and a B. 10 and a 6.
All right. So from inside the gas station, you hear, "Ka!" And Murph, you see,
It's square in the back.
just drops. Oh, roll me a d6 for hit location.
5.
That's arms.
Shoulder.
Roll me a d10.
4.
I don't want to look
You
it
see,
up.
you see him drop to the ground. And through your scope, you see him still, trying to crawl forward.
Now I feel bad. No, I don't feel bad. He'll put him out of his misery.
He starts to stand up after he does that and starts to try to go.
Wait, doesn't this invoke the other rule?
Yes. Roll me an empathy roll.
Really?
Oh, and if this stresses him out.
I thought you had to be up close and personal for that.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do it. You just have to fail it.
This is you're basically, you just said I'm putting him out of his misery.
Yeah, but that's
Empathy roll.
Okay.
I mean, just because you're not making eye contact with the guy when you do it, doesn't
got
mean
you.
you're not still doing it.
Yeah,
You've
but
got a really good chance failing it, so you'll be fine.
I agree, but this would be the one time it goes the right way / wrong way.
It's all right. You can just roll it twice.
I get 2.
6.
Oh man. So yes, the dude gets up and starts going, and for something just clicks for a second. What we see is some kid that's 18 years old wearing a yellow shirt, and this just sends you back to that moment in Krakow. And we see a flashback to that moment where Valentine said, "The one in the yellow shirt." And for something clicks at that moment. You just can't squeeze the trigger, roll me cool, and center fire.
Sorry, give me a second. Oh, it's an A and a B, so it's fine. 9 and an 8.
Okay. Roll me another empathy roll.
1.
Okay. Roll a range shot at a -4.
So that takes it a C and a C. 8 and a 1.
Roll me hit location.
5.
The other arm.
The other arm. Oh shit. Yeah, you see, blah, just drops to the ground. Roll another ranged attack.
7. 4.
Okay. You just, boo, you put another round in him. You guys hear Murph going, pap, 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 pap. Basically what just happened was, took stress, psychosis kicks in, violent rampage.
It's him
start
just
shooting at him.
keep squeezing.
Yeah.
Even after he's down and not moving, right?
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, you hear him, "Fucking motherfucker, die! Die, you son of a bitch!"
Pap, pap.
Not yelling, though.
Pap.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, how many rounds do I have?
Roll me 2d6.
5, 2.
7.
Emptied the mag.
Yeah. And then he's just standing there going click, 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 click,
That's
click,
awesome.
click.
Yeah, and in his like losing his shit, he's like, his mind went to like, these guys killed Emmett's son. You motherfuckers! All this fucking time to get Emmett's son, you fuckers!
You see Murph over there just squeezing trigger still.
Murph, hey.
What?
He's down. Man, you ain't had one of those for a minute, huh?
Man, I'm worried those guys killed your boy.
Well, I don't know what happened here, but y'all stay away from that tank. There's tripwire right there in the throat going down.
Looks like they got out.
I couldn't see anybody. It doesn't look like anybody was in it when it got blown, so.
Inside the gas station, Jeremy, you all, I assume, are moving in through the kitchen into the back. You see bodies back there. You see a couple bodies inside the gas station. They look like they've been there for a while. Bullet holes in them. Basically the remnants of that firefight from before.
Sure.
Looks like their gear's been... Anything they would have had on them other than their
Gobbled.
clothes is gone because Kyle was in that group. So they don't have fillings left. One dude looks like he had his ear pierced at one point, but there's no longer an earring in it.
None of them have shoelaces.
Yeah, it was like it was one of those like gold feather earrings hanging down.
Yeah.
But it's gone now, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Shoelaces are gone.
They're useful.
Shoes. Yeah. Belts. Pants are down at their ankles, and they're posed in weird positions.
One of them has a gimp mask on.
Yeah.
Wonder what happened here. It looks like they were in the middle of doing yoga.
But all of a sudden you hear pap, 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 pap coming from outside.
Novak's going to go... Once they've cleared the gas station, he's going to go to the front to investigate, to see if they need additional help.
And you look out and you see Murph and Emmett talking.
Is everything okay out there?
Yeah, I got the runner.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take a look around and try to see if I can find any clues or anything I can find, huh?
You want some help?
Why don't you stay out here, reload and take a breather?
Fair enough.
So, Novak is going to spend a stretch or more investigating the scene of a crime or a battle.
All right. Roll recon.
Yes, it's recon.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for stuff.
I got a 10 and a 2. I guess I don't... It says spend a stretch... If you succeed, the ref should give you some useful information about what happened and when.
Based upon what the tank looks like outside, the bullet holes on the inside of this, like through the outside of the gas station and the shots fired within it, you kind of piece together what basically happened here. You're like, they must have got here, encountered hostiles, come in, shot them the fuck up, but their tank is still here, but it looks like they blew it, right? Like, it looks like they must have detonated it because, it's probably out of fuel when they got here.
Easy thing to check.
And then, yeah. I mean, if you want to climb inside, if you want to. You could go look at the gas gauge.
Can we retcon and say that Novak is Willem Dafoe from Boondock Saints?
100%. Describe this scene, Jeremy.
No, but that's awesome.
I love that moment, yeah.
There was a firefight!
Crossed arms with the pistols. So you basically are able to piece together what happened. So
Okay.
I don't have to re-describe it all.
For sure. And this is shared with the entire party, generic information.
But it looks like it had happened like weeks ago. I mean, this would have been like weeks ago at this point.
Right.
Wow,
Based
how
on-
long ago that was.
It was a long time. That was almost 2 years ago at this point in our time. Yeah.
Been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a bit, like based on the bodies and their decomposition and all that. Like it's been a while.
But I mean, I guess the only other thing to do would be to check out the guys that we took down. See if we can gather any information from them as far as what may or may not have happened to the rest of the tank crew.
You guys want to go check them out? Who are you going to? Who's going where? Who's doing what?
Bruce, I'm guessing you're coming with me, but we'll go
Yep.
shake down.
The three in the tree line. I'm not sure if we're going for the runner or not.
No, Murph is going to go to the runner. He's got some,
Some apologies to say.
I was going to say, amends to make and dealing with his own shit.
Is that a thing that Murph does?
I don't know, when after you... No, it was even before Valentine was killed. He prayed for forgiveness and to be better.
All right, so Murph starts headed down towards the runner, about 500 some meters down the way. And LT and Novik and Emmett, what are y'all doing? I know Emmett and LT said they're going to check out those 3 bodies there. LT, what are you doing? Or Merrick, what are you doing? Sorry.
I'm assuming this is happening as Merrick is investigating the site. Because
Sure,
he's
I'm cool
like,
with that.
no, I need some time. Let me look it over. You'll just get in the way.
I got it. You do your thing. I'm going to go out here and check these bodies.
All right, so we see Murph going down the way, and the other 2 of you going over to those 3 bodies that are left in the foliage. And as you're going along, the one to the far north has basically a hunting rifle, full reload in it, and that's it as far as ammunition. He also has 3 days worth of food and water. Same with one to the south, hunting rifle, lever action rifle, no scopes. 3 days worth of food and water. The one in the middle has a RPG 16 lever action rifle, 3 days worth of water, 1 shot on the RPG. And the other thing you find on them is you find like Bibles that are written in Polish. You find like small, like pocket size Bibles. And as you like flip them open, you see like underlined marks on them. Mostly a lot of like real Fire and Brimstone Old Testament stuff and like some of the Revelation stuff, but like seems like anything that might be written in red is skipped. But that's kind of what you see on them. But it's in Polish, the books, the Bibles they have on them.
Another Bible and another one. That's crazy. They, you think this was a religious cult? Or maybe those cross guys.
Stands to reason. Why don't we gather them up? We'll take him back to Novak, see what he can make of it.
Yeah, and grab that big missile launcher. I can't use that thing, but one of y'all can. Well, if we run into that tank
Why don't
brigade
you
again,
let me handle that one?
All right, I'll gather up this stuff here. We got some food, we got some water, some Bibles covered in a little bit of blood, but still, all right, not too bad.
It's actually a slightly smaller warhead than the sevens, the RPG sevens, but it's intended for armor penetration. So it's a slightly smaller blast, but more likely to go through armor.
Pointier.
Right. Murph, we see you headed south.
you or someone you love is struggling with combat-related PTSD, please call 877-717-7873. Again, that number is 877-717-PTSD. Or you can visit online ptsdusa.org. That's PTSD Foundation of America. If you call, you'll be immediately connected to a combat veteran who understands those experiences. And if you go to the website, they have in-person groups scattered throughout the United States. And if there isn't a peer group near you, they have online peer groups. Again, that's PTSD Foundation of America. If you're struggling, you don't have to go it alone.